Hi, welcome to CHeri Knits. I love knitting and I want you to love it too. Today I'm going to show you how to do some mirrored decreases. SSK and Knit 2 together are my favorites. And I'm also going to let you know when you might want to use them. Let's get started. Today we're going to talk about mirrored decreases and why you'd want to use them. My favorite mirrored decreases are Knit 2 together and SSK. A Knit 2 together is a right-leaning decrease, and an SSK is a left-leaning decrease. And if you're working on, let's just say, a sweater, and you're shaping the arms of a sweater, you want to have mirrored decreases. You don't want to use the same decrease on both sides. And I'm going to show you some swatches after I show you how to do these two things to show you why that's true. So let's start with a Knit 2 together, which I think is the most basic decrease, and I use it a lot, like in hats and things like that. A Knit 2 together is simply taking 2 stitches and knitting them together. And we've just taken 2 stitches and turned them into 1. And you can see that it sort of leans to the right. I'm going to knit a couple more stitches here, and then we'll do the SSK. And I think when you see those close together, you can see the direction a little bit better. But an SSK stands for slip, slip, knit. So what you do is take the first stitch on the needle and slip it as if to knit. What this does is it changes the direction of the stitch. It actually seats that stitch incorrectly on the needle because we want it to be facing a different direction. So that was a slip as if to knit. The second stitch, slip as if to knit. Take the tip of the left needle and go back through the fronts of those 2 stitches, and then you're set up to knit them together through the back loop. Let me just knit couple stitches here. And then when we look at this, you can see that this one leans to the right and this one leans to the left. So just a quick review, knit 2 together, just enter those stitches like you normally would. If you're a English knitter, you're going to use your right hand. If you're continental, same thing, using your left hand, knit 2 together. And then SSK, slip as if to knit, slip as if to knit. Take the tip of the left needle, go back through the fronts of those 2 stitches and knit them together. And there you have it. Now, why you need to do the mirrored decreases. Here is a little swatch where I cast on 20 stitches and I just decreased every other row. This could be like for sweater shaping when you get to the shoulders. And I did a knit 2, I knit 2 stitches, I did a knit 2 together, I knit to the last 4 stitches, I knit 2 together, and then I knit 2. And you can see that it looks funny because they're going the same direction and it creates a different look. It just doesn't look very finished, very professional, or very pretty. So this is doing the same decrease, and I happen to use a knit 2 together. It would be the same for our SSK, but the look would be opposite. So I think this is what you want to avoid. This swatch has an SSK at the beginning, a knit 2 together at the end. So in this one, I knit 2, I did a SSK, I knit to the last 4 stitches, knit 2 together, and then I knit the last 2 stitches. And what this does is the decrease moves with the shaping of the garment. So the left leaning moves to the left with the shape and the right leaning moves to the right with this shape. This is nice if you want to sort of accentuate the decreases. Sometimes it looks good in a like neck shaping around the neckband. And then the other option is to do your knit 2 together at the front and the SSK at the end. So same thing, knit 2, I did a knit 2 together, knit to the last 4 stitches, SSK, knit 2. And what this does, I feel like in most of my projects, is it kind of makes those decreases disappear a little bit because they're slanting the other direction of the natural movement that the garment is taking. And so your eye isn't drawn to them as much as it is with this one. Neither is right or wrong. You just have 2 choices. And a great time to play around with this is in your swatching, so that you know if you have to do some mirrored decreases, try it in your swatch before you make your project, and then you'll know what you like the look of best. Because I do think that different yarns, different colors, different fibers are going to look a little bit different. It also depends on what actual stitch pattern is going on. These might look different with seed stitch or garter stitch or different kinds of things. You would use these mirrored decreases when you're doing waist shaping on a garment, maybe crown shaping for a hat, where you do, maybe you have mirrored decreases at 5 or 6 corners of the hat. And so you want to use the mirrored decreases there. Sleeves knit from the shoulder down, or armhole shaping on a sweater. I hope this was helpful to you, and go and practice doing mirrored decreases. Hey, thanks for joining me for this video today. I hope it was helpful. If you don't know about Ravelry or haven't been there for a long time, click the link in my description. There's a lot of good resources there, and you can find my patterns under Cheri Clark Designs. See you next time.